Hey there, folks. Welcome to day 121 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. And we are in the middle of sort of a random week. We don't really have a theme this week. I'm just doing games that I recently acquired or I'm trying to get off my shelf. So, for example, we've got Fleet the Dice game here, which is a recent acquisition of mine, along with Orchid and Hadrian's Wall, both of which we saw in the previous 2 days. These games are relatively quick. They're all roll and writes. Well, Hadrian's Wall and Fleet are roll and writes. Orchid is not. But it's a relatively quick game. You're playing up against Captain Ruth, and your goal is to get as many victory points as possible. Ideally more than 50, because more than 50 means that you'll be more than a greenhorn. You'll want to get, I think the maximum is like 85. 85 plus gets you Salty Captain. And that's our goal. It's basically a beat your score sort of thing. That's pretty much all you're doing. Captain Ruth will go around and take away resources from you, but it does not actually generate a score herself. To start the game, you're going to take 3 dice, 3 boat dice. These are the colorful ones that have different fish on it, as well as 3 coins. 3 of those, that makes your boat pool. And then you're going to take 2 of the black dice, the ones with the icons of it that represent the right-hand side of the map, plus 1 more boat dice. This represents your town pool. Finally, you will roll the dice once, find out what boat you have, and I've got a swordfish boat. So you cross off the first 3. The idea is that they want to start you off with a boat. They want to start you off with a boat and a license. Now, the license here for the swordfish allows me to do a star action after fishing. Star action means that you get to cross off 1 additional box, and with all the boxes and all the activation circles, you're going from top to bottom. So this king crab one here, I could go, but if I had a star action, I could also cross this off. And eventually, when I get to activation circles, like this L here, this B here, I get to do certain things. So for the research vessels and the Inuits and the barge, I get to cross off a boat. If for the Captain's Club here, when I activate a fishing circle, I get to do 1 fishing round with all my active boats. With the circles here, for example, if I do the salvage yard, once I activate this, I'll then be able to use any dice as a star action 3 times. Whereas Fisherman's Pub, once I get to that activation circle, I get 10 VP. It's kind of a big one. And so on. It's played over 8 rounds. You will do, there are 4 rounds, 4 phases. A boat phase, income phase, fishing phase, and a town phase. But you only do the fishing on even numbers. So that's something to keep in mind. You go first in odd rounds. Captain goes first in second rounds. And what's going to happen is you'll take 1 dice out of this and do whatever you want to do with it. Captain will then take another dice based on a certain protocol outlined in the game, and then cross off 2 items at the bottom of that list. So, for example, if she were to choose cod, she would cross these 2 off here, making it impossible for me to then use those. And then finally, you'll share the other dice, and that shared dice, she'll cross off the bottom line, just 1, and you'll do the top one. So each turn, you'll get to cross off 2 things, and the captain will cross off 3. The exception is the 3 coins, which is used as a wild, and that will basically be wherever she starts. And then also market. No matter what market, she's only going to cross off 1 thing, and that is whatever the next star is on your coin track. So as you're collecting coins, you'll occasionally come across stars, and you get to do a star action. Again, cross off another box as a result. But if there's a line through it because the captain got to it, then you're just going to skip that altogether. What else am I forgetting? The captain will rotate their captain icons around, so they start on shrimp, king crab, and casino. And as with each round, you'll basically move them around in a clockwise fashion, meaning they'll do 1 complete loop of the wharf, and with harbor and fish, they'll do a complete loop plus 3 additional ones. Let's go ahead and get started here. We've got our boat. We've got our swordfish boat. We'll do a roll of the boat dice and get underway here. So we got 2 oysters and another swordfish. And I feel like since I've got the swordfish, I may as well go for it. Let's go ahead and go for the swordfish because I would like to do what I can there. So I've done that. Now the captain's priority in choosing dice will basically be based on wherever they start, and they'll go in clockwise order around the fish. So they're going to look at the oysters here. Now, it doesn't really matter which one they pick. They're going to cross off 2 for the one that they pick for themselves. I want to keep these separate. And then they'll cross off one more for the shared dice, and I'll cross off one up here. So that's the boat phase. We now go to the income phase. You get 1 coin per income, plus you might get some additional coins based on the lobster license. Right now we don't have that, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to do any fishing. So we're going to roll this. We've got 2 wharf dice, and we've also got 1 swordfish dice. So I actually think I kind of want to do the swordfish. I'm going to get screwed here on the wharf, because I think that's going to kind of really hurt me here. I can't. So no matter what, because there's 2 wharf dice, I'm going to lose the bottom one of this. And once this is complete, once everything's been crossed off here, I can't really go for it. So I think I've lost the casino. And I'm just checking here what they do if everything is crossed off. So I want to make sure I get that rule right. Yeah, so when she crosses off an activation circle, it's no longer available to you, but you can still try to complete the building, provided the captain has not struck through all the boxes in that building. And I'm just checking to make sure that I'm not missing anything about how they do. They go to the next one or anything like that. I think for the wharf, if it's all crossed off, then they go to the next one clockwise. Nonetheless, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to take the swordfish so I get the license. Actually, I'm going to go for the boat. I'm going to get the boat because that's going to give me 2 filled boats by the end of the game. And then I'm going to lose the casino because she's going to cross off both of these. And then that's for the regular dice. And then we now have a shared dice. I get 1 and she gets the other. So I think what I want to do is I want to work towards the Fisherman's Pub. Get these 10 points at the end of the game. And then she's going to cross off the last of the Anna's Bank and Trust. All right, and that ends the town phase. We've now completed round 1. You don't have to fill this out. I find it's actually a little kind of extraneous. Let's roll this. So now the captain's going to go first. Now the captain advances everything here. They go clockwise. So because the captain is on cod and there's a cod dice, that'll be the dice they choose. They cross off the bottom ones of these. There's a swordfish dice here and a shrimp. And I kind of feel like I want to just go ahead and get the swordfish. I just feel like I'm already moving quickly through this. And that means that our shared dice will be the shrimp. Cross those off. That ends the boat phase. We now do the fishing phase because we're in round 2. Sorry, the income phase first. Income is going to be 1. I still have no income bonuses yet. After fishing, I'm going to get a star action, so that'll help. But I'm going to fill in both of these for the fish because I have 2 boats. And now I'm going to get a star action that I can use to fill in anywhere. And I think I probably should have filled in a boat here. That probably would have been helpful. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do Fisherman's Pub again just to try to make sure I get that. All right, so that's the end of the fishing phase. We're now going to do a town phase. Again, the captain's going to go first. Their priority in choosing dice for the town phase is harbor dice, wharf dice, boat dice, market dice. And there's nothing on here to indicate that, so that's why I've written the 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to choose the harbor dice and get rid of the bottom 2 on the captain's club. Boo. I'm going to go ahead and take the star, this as that action. Otherwise, I have to worry about that being a wild action, or this being a wild action. And I kind of want the star action here. So now I'm up to 5. I went through a star, and I think I want to really make sure I get this fisherman's thing. It's 10 VP at the end of the game. And then finally, the market one is a shared. So the market one, uh, what the what the captain will do for market, whether it's the one she selects or the one that is shared, she will cross off your next star, which means you skip that box, you don't fill it in, and you don't get any star action for that. Now, I've been kind of curious about that, whether you fill it in or not, because I feel like you should still fill it in, but it says skip it, so I'm just assuming that that is a skip. And because I currently have 2 fish, according to the market thing, I do get 2 coins. She went first. I went second, so I'm going to lose out on that star action. However, I got another star action right there. So that is that. So that is round 2, and we're now on to round 3. Boat phase. It's my turn. Also, the captain keeps going around. I should really remember to do that. So now I've got a couple different options here. I got lobster, I got oyster, and I've got coins. I am going to go for lobster because I really want to get the lobster license that helps you boost your income. The next thing that the coins are always a last choice for her if she's got nothing else. So she's going to choose the oyster, cross off 2 more. She is coming for this oyster like crazy. And now we're going to do the coins as shared. Again, I go first. So I'll cross these off and I will go ahead and get a star action, which I will use to activate the license for here, and that gives me +1 on the income phase. And then she's this is a wild for her, so she's going to cross off the bottom one of wherever she is, which is just coincidentally lobster. So that crosses that off. So that's complete for the boat phase. We now go to the income phase, and now I finally get 2 income, and I'll cross off another one, and I will complete Fisherman's Pub, and that's going to give me 10 points at the end of the game. Yeehaw! Roll the town dice. I get to go first. I've got lobster here. I could go for a boat. Oh, this is a dilemma. So if I go for harbor, she'll choose the lobster. I won't have that available to me because she'll choose that over the market. If I choose the market, all I'm going to get is 2 coins. I actually like that idea because I don't care about the harbor. She'll go with the harbor if I don't choose it. And I don't want to lose any more on that. So I think I'm going to take the lobster one of all the things that I could take, and that's going to give me a boat for the next round. She chooses harbor as her next one. Sorry, that was a market there. She crosses off both of these. So research vessel is out, but that's okay. It's only worth like 2 points at the end of the game. It's kind of a garbage section. Market, I'm going to gain 2 of these. And I think what I want to do, I am going to keep pushing on. I'm going to go for swordfish. I'm going to get my last boat for swordfish. And then for market, she's then going to cross off my next star action. Boo. Hiss. And now round 4. This game moves quickly. I think we've been playing for like 10 minutes, and I'm already like almost halfway through the game. I keep forgetting to move her along. She's going to keep moving. And so we got oyster, cod, and oyster. I'm going to go for... She is almost completely going to wipe this out, isn't she? Part of it is that the next lobster I get, or the next license I get for either lobster or swordfish, will basically kick in a 2-coin bonus for me. What I really want is swordfish. I really want that. Oh no, we're round 4, so she gets to choose first. She's choosing oyster. She's choosing that. Sorry, it's my stupidity there. I'm going to go ahead and just take the oyster license while I still can. And then we're both going to get cod. So she's going to take away the bottom there, and I'm going to get the top there. We're now going to do an income round. I've got 2 income now coming to me. Fortunately, no stars. And then we're going to do a fishing round. And for fishing, I've now got 4 boats going. So I'm going to fill in a fish on 4 different boats. And we're going to roll the town dice. She goes first. She's going to take this harbor one. Just going to cross off the bottom two here. And then we've got coins and market. So far, we've now got 6 fish, which means we'll actually get 3 coins for that, and we get 3 coins for this. So the question is, do I want her to mark off the bottom of my swordfish, or do I want to mark off the next star action, and I want her to mark off the next the bottom of the swordfish? So I'm going to take the coins. I'm sorry, I'm going to take the market. That's going to give me 3. And then finally, we're going to share the coins. She goes first, so she's crossing off the bottom of the swordfish one. And I'm getting 3 more coins here. And that means that I can go, I guess, 1 more for swordfish. We're going to try to get... Oh, I had a star action. I forgot my star action. Yeah, in that case, my star action would have been for here as well. So I forgot that after the fishing. So that's going to be there. We're going to do the license now. That's going to fill in 2 more, because we get a 2-coin bonus right away. And I think... I'm going to go for the seafood buffet and see if I can't... How many more? We're on 4. I've only got 4 more turns. The most I can get out of this 10 VP, which is not a small amount by any stretch. I feel like seafood buffet is one you have to go for early. I'm going to go for smokehouse. I'm going to see if I can complete smokehouse and then get more off of each market as I get it. All right, so that's the end of round 4. We now go 1 more around. I'm going to roll the boat die again. All right, so this time it's my turn to choose. I can get a boat. I'm going to lose the rest of oyster, I think, at this point. Because she'll choose that one. She'll wipe out the rest of it. But I would like to get the boat. And I think having the... oh, this is tricky. I'm going for cod, and the reason I'm going for cod is that this gives me the license, which means that for every boat I launch, I will get 1 coin. She's going to cross off the bottom of these, and then I'm going to take this boat before she can cross it off. I'll get this, and I'll get a coin out of it. All right, and that means oyster's done. Oyster is fully done. And when I catch fish with the oyster boat, I catch 2 fish, or I catch a fish and a coin. And I should probably keep crossing these off. We're on 5. For income phase, I'm going to get 2. And unfortunately, that's it. And now we're going to roll some dice. All right, lobster and 2 harbor. So I'm pretty much going to lose the Inuits, I think, here. I can't do any more on market, unfortunately. If I do this, I can launch a boat if I wanted to. I don't think that that's really a good idea. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Captain's Club, actually. She's going to cross the bottom 2 off of Inuit. And then I'm going to take 1 more lobster, and she's going to cross off that one for lobster. And that is the end of round 5. We're now on round 6. She's going to continue to work her way around. She's now on king crab, shrimp, and smokehouse. And smokehouse is the one that concerns me. All right, we got shrimp, oyster, and she's on shrimp, so she's going to cross 2 off there. And then oyster, I can't do anything with oyster, neither can she. So that's kind of a bummer. That sucks. Yeah, that blows. I can't do anything. So for the income, I'm still going to get 2. That'll allow me to cross off this smokehouse one. That means for market, I can now get 2 extra coins, plus I've completed the building. And then we're going to do a fishing round. So for the fishing round, I'm going to complete any boat that I've got, which is all of these. I can catch 2 fish or 1 coin. I'll catch the 2 fish. Because you do get 1 VP for every fish you catch. I feel like that's more useful. After fishing, I gain 1 star action and 1 coin. So for my star action, I will go ahead and I will go ahead and do lobster. And I'll complete this. I'm not going to be able to get this last license, which sucks. Because you get you get extra VP if you can complete all the licenses. But this is going to give me +2 on the income phase, plus it gives me 2 more coins. All right. And then we get 1 more coin, I think, for that. I don't think I've accounted for that. And so we'll go ahead and continue on lobster. All right, so that's fishing. We're now going to do this. It's going to be wharf, and coin. Wharf, and coin. So wharf means that she's going to skip this. She's going to go straight to here. So I've lost the seafood buffet, which is okay. I think what I want to do... Oh, she chooses first anyway, so she's choosing that one. She chooses that over the coins. So she's going to cross that off. And then I've got the choice of going with this, going with this. I think it's such a tough choice. I'm going to go with the coins. I feel like I need to keep getting some star actions here, and I don't want her crossing any more shrimp off. She's going to get this. She's going to skip all of this, and she's going to finish off Anna's Bank and Trust. We're now going to go to round 7. I'm hoping I'm doing the crossing off the wharfs right. It's a little fuzzy how that works. It's not very well explained in the rules. So if the game designers are watching this video, please let me know in the comments how I screwed up your game. But I will say I do enjoy your game, so please be nice. Ooh, she's going to go for the lobster, and I don't think there's anything I can do about it. So I'm going to launch the boat. That sucks. For launching a boat, I get to get 1 coin. That gives me a star action. And unfortunately, even if I take the star action on lobster, that's going to do nothing for me. Oh, that blows. That blows. I might as well go for... Do I want to go for cod? Now the shrimp, I don't have the shrimp license yet, so I can't do that. I'm going to do an extra fishing round. I'm going to do this up here. That's going to give me some fish. So I fill this in, I fill this in. These are now complete. I'm going to do that. Fill that in here with 1, 2. I think that's it as far as those go. So that was my my action there. She's now going to take the other lobster and cross off the bottom 2 here, which takes away my opportunity to get a boat. And this shrimp can be anything. I can choose to do anything I want with this. So I will... I'm going to go ahead and get a... Oh, no, I can't do that yet because I don't have the license. Ironically, filling this in means that it will make it so that I can do anything with it, but not now. We're going to have an income phase. Right now, I'm getting 3 coins on my income phase. Yay, me. So we're going to fill these in. And then we're skipping the fishing phase and going straight to the town phase. Town phase, we got cod, which will give me a boat, market, and wharf. I feel like I should just let her do the wharf because she's going to go for salvage yard. Whereas market's going to cross off that X. You know what? I'm going to let her go after the bottom one there. I'm going to choose this. I'm going to do this for full boat, just to claim the ship, claim it. She is going to go with fish before she goes with market. So she's crossing off these bottom 2 here. And then for market, I get to go first. And I've got now currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 15, 19 fish. That's going to give me 4. Plus, I've got the market here giving me an extra 2, so that's 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I've got, what else can I do with this one thing that I've just crossed off? I can launch a boat. I'm going to go ahead and launch a boat, which gives me one more coin, which gives me another thing to cross off. So I'll launch another boat, and that gives me one more thing to one more coin. So, yay me! All right, that was a lot. Okay, I think that does everything. She crosses off. She's got market, so she crosses off my next star action there. So that's round 7, last round. We're going to continue to advance these folks. She's now on the last one. She's going after the salvage yard next. So what can I really do in this last one? I mean, I'm going to get a fishing round, but it's still kind of just garbage. There's no point in me going with lobster. Cod, I can get 1 on. I now have that variability on the shrimp. I think I'm going to go for cod and then use the shrimp as a wild card because she's going to choose lobster, cross that off, and then I'm going to use shrimp. She's going to cross off the bottom one of shrimp, but I'm going to use it as a wild card to get lobster or a boat. This will give me 1 VP at the end of the game, and it's probably the better way for me to go. This will allow me to get 2 extra coins, but the bonus here will be kind of moot because we're at the end of the game. So I'll go ahead and do the boat. We're now going to get an income round. For income, I'm getting 3 coins. So we'll do those. And then finally, we're going to do a fishing round. So I've got a bunch of fishing that I can do now. 1, 2, 3 here. 1 more here. 1 here. These 2 are full. This is going to be this one here. Oh, I forgot income per full boat. I got 2 more income from that because I had 2 full boats. Doy. That's why I chose it. And then finally, oysters. We're going to get 2 more here. And I think that's it for that. So that's fishing. And finally, the last action of the game is going to be town. She goes first. I forgot that on this one. I screwed that up. She would have gone with lobster anyway. Like that was going to be her choice. So I don't think it would have changed anything for the boat dice. But for this, she's going to go for harbor first. She can't cross anything else off here, so she's going to go next around to barge. I have oyster and wharf. I really can't do anything with wharf that's helpful. Because I'm not going to be able to finish off. That blows. But I also can't do anything on oyster, so I may as well just go ahead and choose bait shop just for shits and giggles. And that's it. She doesn't really wrap around on the fish as far as I can tell. But that is that's the end of the game. So now what do we get for points? Well, we're going to add up the total number of fish we have. So we've got 1 for shrimp, 2 for cod, so that's 3, 7, 8, 9, 13, 17, 21, 27. So we got 27 fish. For boats, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, and I think that's it for boats. We don't have anything for licenses, so you have to get all 3 licenses to get the bonus there. For buildings, we managed to complete 3 of them. So we're going to get 10, 13, 14 for that. And as far as bonuses go, that's under the King Crab license, and unfortunately we didn't really get anything there. So that's kind of a bummer. If you do get the King Crab license, you're going to get 5 VP plus a bonus for, for example, 1 VP per 10 coins. Well, we got over 50 coins. That would have given us an extra 5 VP as well. So there is something to be said for going after the King Crab on this. Our total score is going to be 54, I think. Which, as we know, means that I am a deckhand. That is where I rank on that. Deckhand. And that is Fleet the Dice game. I'm hoping I didn't make too many errors when I was playing. Again, it was kind of hard to remember who was going to go first, whether it was me or the captain. It is easier to remember that it's all whenever you're fishing, you're always doing the captain first. But this is interesting. I like this game. I think it's got some nice complexity to it. I think I mentioned this in the Hadrian's Wall video. I like my roll and write games to have sort of a kinetic feel to it. Like if you do one thing, this might cause something else to happen, and this will cause something else to happen. Like you want to set up these chain events as you're rolling things along, so that you get that really nice payoff with those chain actions. I should probably give Utopia Engine another try. I don't think I was very fair with that when I played it before, so I might try that one again at some point on the stream or on the channel. We'll see. But for now, this has been Fleet the Dice Game, and I will see you all later. Ciao, everybody.